Good morning, Carlick. I want to ask the Minister for Education if she will provide an update regarding the review of eligibility criteria for the deferred Leaving Certificate examination. When the criteria we applied to this year's exam will be communicated to students, schools and parents, and if a distinction will continue to be made between medical emergencies before and during the examinations, and if she will make a statement on the matter. Good morning.
Thanks very much. It is acknowledged that candidates can experience many forms of trauma and adversity, such as serious illness and bereavement, that this may happen around the time of the Leaving Certificate examinations and that they may be sitting examinations at a time that is not optimal for them. The State Examinations Commission has responsibility for the operation, delivery and development of the state examinations. For the 2022 Leaving Certificate exams, the State Examinations Commission provided an extended scheme of deferred examinations within the policy context of the scheme of reasonable accommodations at the certificate examinations, or the RACE scheme. Until 2019, candidates who missed their Leaving Certificate examinations due to bereavement or for any other reason had no option but to sit their examinations the following year. However, that was then changed. In advance of the 22 Leaving Certificate, the SEC undertook a comprehensive review of the broader issues of how best to support candidates experiencing trauma and adversity at examinations time. The review process included consultation and engagement with stakeholders and advocacy groups, as well as research into practice in other jurisdictions. For state exams in 22, the completion of the review resulted in the extended eligibility for the deferred examinations to candidates unable to sit their exams in the main sitting due to serious accident, injury or illness. Candidates who were absent from examinations on public health grounds due to COVID-19 also had access to the deferred examinations. In 22, over 61,000 candidates in total sat the Leaving Certificate. Of these, a total of 397 candidates who were eligible for access to the deferred examinations sat these exams in some 30 regional centres across the country, across 1,151 subjects. Of the 397 eligible applications, 43 were due to bereavement, 84 due to serious medical condition and 270 on foot of public health advice due to COVID. These deferred examinations were of equivalent standard to the June exams and ran until the 16th of July. The results of these deferred exams issued at the same time as the main examination results. There was no difference for the candidate or for the end user of the results between results attained in June and those attained in July. The provisional statement of results or the final certificate did not indicate which examination the candidate sat. In light of the experience of 22 Leaving Certificate, the SEC is currently evaluating the provision of deferred Leaving Certificate examinations under the RACE scheme.
Minister, as you are aware, Epilepsy Ireland has long campaigned to make it have a student experiences a medical emergency, such as a seizure, during the Leaving Cert exam and is unable to complete that exam, that they should be given the opportunity to resit the exam within the deferred exam cycle. The fact that this is not already the case is beyond the belief, and I actually believe I raised this with you about 18 months ago. Also, Minister, I implore you to make it that those who experience seizures or other medical emergencies during the Leaving Cert are allowed to resit in the same summer. At this moment, there's a cruel distinction between those who experience an emergency before the exam and during the exam, with the former given reasonable accommodation and the latter excluded. Seizures, as you are aware, they are unpredictable. Stress and anxiety can lower a person's seizure threshold, and the Leaving Cert can be one of the most stressful periods in a student's life. For a student with epilepsy, they have the heightened anxiety knowing that they have a seizure during the exam and are unable to complete it, that the only option for them is to repeat the exam a year later. That's a situation that I don't believe can continue.
Thanks very much, Deputy. As I had said previously, the current provision as it was made available for 2022 is now under review by the State Examinations Commission, and they do have jurisdiction over this. I have been informed by the State Examination Commission that the review is continuing, and it does include consultation and engagement with a number of stakeholders. The State Examinations Commission have also assured me that it is a high priority for them, and it is working to complete the process as soon as possible, and it is at a very advanced stage. Specifically in relation to Epilepsy Ireland, I can confirm to you, Deputy, that I met with them myself, and equally so I can confirm that the State Examinations Commission met with them, and I'm very conscious of the points you raise, and I know this has been of a particular interest to you, and I'm very conscious of the points that were raised by Epilepsy Ireland with me, and I'm sure the State Examinations Commission are also equally as conscious of the point. The opportunity to have a second sitting of the Leaving Certificate exam is one that I believe firmly in. We achieved that in the last couple of years, and we want to give every opportunity for students to maximise their abilities.
Yeah, Minister, don't doubt your own passion for the issue also. Though I think an exception has been made previously for a student who experienced an appendicitis during the exam, so let's not treat those who experience a seizure, which some students do, unfortunately. So, Minister, let's just take it that all of us across the chamber, and yourself agree that if a student who experiences epilepsy has a seizure during the exam, it's only fair and right that they get to repeat that exam during the current exam cycle. The situation that we have at the minute places an increased level of anxiety on a student who already may have experienced epilepsy during their lifetime. So let's just address it. I think we both can accept that it's something that there is a gap that we need to step in and fill. So I appreciate the State Examination Commission has jurisdiction here, but I think there is a role for politicians to push them. I think there's a role for us to tell them that we need to have that review completed within this particular exam year, because it's just really unfair. It seems a bit silly, and we can get in front of it quickly. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Deputy. Again, look, just to reiterate, the whole purpose of having the second sitting of the exam is to ensure that students get maximum opportunity to achieve to their maximum of their ability. I have always been very clear myself that, where a student is impacted for whatever the reason might be, and heretofore it was bereavement or illness or whatever, that's one of the key functions of the second sitting of the exam. As I've said to you, I have met with Epilepsy Ireland. I'm very conscious of the case that they've made. I accept completely the bona fides of yourself in respect to this, and indeed, as you've said, I'm sure across the chamber here. I will say the State Examinations Commission do have the ultimate responsibility. I think they're very conscious themselves. They are overseeing the exams, but it is also their aspiration that obviously every young person will get an opportunity to achieve to the maximum of their ability. I'm conscious, and I think it's a very positive step that they have met with them. It is my understanding that they have given them a very good hearing, and as I say, the review is ongoing, but it will be completed imminently.